Somali President Mohamed Abdullahi Mohamed is promising to set up the war against the Al-Shabaab terrorist group. He addressed thousands at a rally in Mogadishu for the victims of the city's worst ever bombing. Tens of thousands of people marched through the Somali capital and other major Somali cities on Wednesday, condemning those behind the massive explosion that killed nearly 300 people and wounded more than 400 others. The president addressed the marchers at a rally to pray for those killed and injured in last Saturday's truck bombing, which the government blames on the Islamist militant group.
We have allocated $14 million, firstly to fight against Al-Shabaab, and secondly to set up centers for orphans. We will start with orphans left by those people who were recently massacred by Al-Shabaab in a truck bomb attack.
Now, Al-Shabaab has not claimed responsibility for the blast, the deadliest terrorist attack in Somalia's history. Over the past 10 years, the group has bombed dozens of hotels, restaurants and other targets in Mogadishu as part of its campaign to topple the government and install a strict version of Islamic law in Somalia. Now, remittances from overseas diaspora constitute a vital part of the economy of many developing nations. None more so than Somalia, where the inflows add up to more than foreign aid and investment combined. But analysts warn the industry is poorly understood by regulators and banks, and its precarious nature puts the welfare of millions of people at risk. Henry Ridgwell tells us there are hopes that new technology will broaden the market and lower fees.
Every month, Fatma Ahmed sends $200 of her earnings she makes in London to her family in Somalia.
It's for daily life, for rent, for buying the grocery things, and to live over there, because actually in Somalia, that much we don't have.
The 2 million Somalis living overseas send an estimated $1.3 billion back home every year. With no formal banking system in Somalia, most of the diaspora use remittance services. Abdirashid Duale is CEO of Dahabshil, one of Africa's biggest remittance services.
Now it's so instant, where we have the latest technology with the internet, secure channels that we can use to send money back home, or we use mobiles and other means of, smartphone and technology, where it will help us to deliver money quickly, but also less costly. Technology is supporting us also with a compliance issue.
Remittance companies still rely on global banks to route the money. Those banks must comply with regulations on money laundering and the financing of crime and terrorism. Citing those concerns, many have chosen to withdraw from the market.
Very often it's not based on any kind of empirical evidence that shows that money is going into the wrong hands. The fear is just, Somalia, there's a conflict in Somalia, there's the Al-Shabaab movement, and so there's a problem, in a sense, a real precarious nature of the Somali remittance industry.
That precariousness is a constant fear for divided families.
We feel shaken, and we feel that we lose our, for example, linkage or link with our family who all the time in need.
The industry got a high-profile boost last month as the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation donated $1 million using the remittance firm Dahabshil, along with mobile phone companies Somtel and Dahab, with the money transferred live to 1,000 families suffering the drought in Somalia. Former US President Barack Obama also attended. The technology is moving fast, but the cooperation of the global banking system remains key, and the remittance industry wants regulators to do more to support this lifeline. Henry Ridgwell for VOA News, London.